Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. John Megacycle here. Another episode on the Motley Craft server. How you guys been? It's been another week. Trying to keep the Minecraft to a weekly thing so far. Want to keep it kind of minimal, but want to give you guys updates how the Motley crew, Motley Craft, Motley players are enjoying Feed the Beast. It's been interesting. We've certainly gotten some serious takes between some of our larger players, the Master Codex and the Spectral, which has been great to see how they've been handling and playing with some of these new mod packs and stuff. I suppose I'm the self-appointed leader of the Motley Crafters, so I've been trying to take a slightly slower approach. We've seen a lot of movies from Spectral especially come out with the ME systems and a lot of new engines and new designs and all this stuff, so just trying to take it slow, trying to relax, trying to enjoy a lot of stuff we've got here. I received a couple of questions lately, and I know I answered some of these early on when I got started, but I wasn't very popular when I got started. I guess not a lot of YouTubers are. I wouldn't say I'm one of the big guys or anything like that. I'm no Doc M or Etho or anything like that. But I'm playing a lot of games that I enjoy, and I think that's important. But one of the questions I got asked is why we're called the Motley Crafters. Now, let's see here. I've got a dictionary definition of the word motley. One of the ones that I found is the historical definition is the part-colored costume of a jester. That's known as a motley. Some of his outfit when he danced for the king in medieval periods. That's one of the things that I kind of enjoyed. Kind of the definition is the bits that form together to make something else. For the jester especially, it was just some tattered cloth stitched together to look appealing, to look festive, to look entertaining, that sort of a thing. So this hammer runs out of juice often. Anyway, the reason why I called us the Motley Crafters is because, well, craft, because that makes it really simple, indicative of Minecraft, makes that really an easy thing to figure out. And then the Motley is, the people that are the Motley Crafters really come from a lot of different backgrounds. We've got some military, we've got some technicals, we've got some legals, we've got a good group of people that are hardworking individuals that come from really different walks of life. So it's really cool that when we say that we are the Motley Crafters, it's not really that we're all professional gamers. Like, none of us are really gamers. Well, I take that back. We've got a good group of people here. I know Master Codex and Spectral are very serious gamers. Rotorhead is an on-off gamer, but he does play games often. But we've got other people like Hockey Girl, who's not very an everyday video game player. We've also got, you know, a good mix of people, good mix of backgrounds, like I mentioned. So that's why when I created the Motley Crafters, I thought that was the best name for our group. Kind of keeps it high and tight, kind of keeps it, you know, kind of professional and playful, I think. Though it is for video games, so I don't need things to be very professional, but that's okay. Aside from that, I got a couple of questions like that over the last maybe month, and I kept forgetting to address them, so wanted to at least get them mentioned out that, you know, that's really all our group is about. We don't play Minecraft constantly like some of the other folks out there, which is, hey, it's absolutely awesome. It is a great game. I find myself playing it more times than almost any other game, and I really enjoy coming here and just working on stuff. So, without much more to say, I guess it's time for an update for the base. This is still the tree fort that I'm working on at the moment. I'm trying to get my tools charged up so I can get this all cleaned up. I'm trying to sectionalize it, but I also want to keep an open feel. That's kind of weird to say. So really what I've got going on here is very similar to what I showed off before. I've got the Mistcraft room. It's all just Mistcraft stuff. I've got several books, several areas to teleport. I've got the pedestals and the bookshelves and stuff like that. And then of course in this chest, all the stuff you need to get started. Paper, leather, books, that sort of a thing. Real simple. I wanted to keep it kind of ornate with the water. I think I'm going to take this middle bit out, but I wanted three real simple elements. I wanted torches for simple light, I wanted water for natural, and I wanted the bits of the redwood root. Now these weren't here when I got started, but I think I mentioned in the last video that I wanted to make it look like I just carved in here and the tree was preserved. that sort of a thing. So it looked like we're just working with nature, and I tried to keep that as a recurring thought throughout the rest of the base. So as you're coming down, there's still elements of the wood and the water. Now, Master Codex had a pretty good idea if I should start connecting some of these water streams, and I certainly can. That's one of the reasons why I try to build some of my walkways 3 wide, is so you can hide something in the middle and no one will know. You know, it's not obvious. Like I could tunnel right up here and I could have this all inside exposed, but it's not clearly obvious as you're going around the base. Another good example of that is if I ever wanted to hide wiring, I try to keep, if I ever want to put any redstone or any circuitry, I usually make it 3 wide like this. That way you can just cut up the center right here, no problem. Easily put in a button or something, and then do whatever you want, and then it's hidden. It's not half exposed here, half exposed here. And then of course this also gives me an idea if I wanted to run, you know, just like a normal house. You run electricals through the 2x4s, and that sort of a thing. So this gives me the room to do stuff. And then of course if I wanted to punch out the middle here to put wood accents, you know, certainly can do that. So that's one of the things I want to work on, is a little more, like I said, with the farm, a bit of an architectural pleasing feel to it. Want to keep with the symmetrics, you know, keep it simple, keep it looking good though. So what else? We got this section of lines. I've been working on Thaumcraft a bunch. I'm starting to get the hang of it, so here's my Thaumonomicon. Thaumcraft is, imagine, well, magic. Magic in Minecraft, really. This Thaumonomicon, it still sounds really weird to say, is a book that contains all the research that I've done so far. You do research by merging elements, and elements are found in everyday items that you use in Minecraft. I'll explain a little bit better here. Of course, this isn't a tutorial for Thaumcraft, but just an idea. If you hold Shift while you're doing Feed the Beast, you have some icons here. These icons represent the elements that make up that item. When you do research, you use these elements to determine a research, and then once that research is complete, it's added to the Thaumonomicon. And just as an example, alchemy up here at the top, you learn basic transmutation, and then transmutation through silver, copper, iron, tin, and lead. So when you do full research, it gives you a full idea, a little bit of a description on how it works, the item that you'd use for it. Viz is the magical element that's used to do, well, transmutation in this case, and other item changes, and that sort of a thing. Like I said, I'm just really starting it, haven't really wrapped my head around it, knocked out a bunch of this research. It's pretty simple once you get your head wrapped around it. So we're going to put the Thaumonomicon back. This is your research table. Here's how you do the research. You take an item, you chuck it up at the top, things light up here. These are the 2 elements, Saxum and Fractus, and then by hitting the magnifying glass, you attempt to see if what you're currently working on, so we're working on the Talisman of Remedium, we're trying to determine if those 2 elements exist in this equation. They do not, so they went dark. And we have amber, there's a few elements here. They all went dark, so it is also not part of the equation. Also not part of the equation. Let's try a few more items that we have in our inventory here. Light is not part of the equation. We have food, meat, and fire. They all have proper names for the mod pack. I'm just butchering them for no real reason, because I'm a jerk. So that's really about it. So that's what I'm working on right now. And that's kind of how it works. When you want to work on something new, you chuck an item up here. The items are lit. You hit the research button a couple times, and this identifies that one of these 2 things are in here, and it tells us it's Fractus. So we're just going to go ahead and research that, and then we'll see it go farther away from the center of the circle. It will then light up like so, and it'll be 100% complete. So now we know that the Wand of Fire has the Fractus element in it. And I'm a genius, not really, but I'm going to also assume that it has the fire element in it, which is Ignis. So we're going to try and see if this is what's used for fire rod. Certainly enough, there we go. Research that to 100%, and now what will happen is you have a chance of other elements being exposed. So Obscurus means we don't know what it is, and then here are 2 that we've already mastered. So if we were to put another stone element out here, it would be lit because it is part of the equation. So let's see, is there anything else? Let's see if instrumentum is part of it. Nope, it got expended, so we don't know if that's part of it. And we don't know. As you do the research, it'll kick off a little more, and it'll start to give clues when you start to read the research notes. So here's the actual example of the research notes. You think you might be able to adapt the enchantment on a normal wand, turning it into a fire-hurling weapon of destruction. As the research begins, it'll be obscured, it'll be just gibberish, but now that we've gotten a little bit farther, this may give hints as to what other elements are involved. So we're not going to worry about that anymore for this episode, but that's certainly good to note. Let's see, aside from that, we've certainly been working on some stuff outside. Let's go ahead and pop outside real quick once we turn it into day. Whew, nappy. Okay, good. So a little portal action. Wachow. We are up to, I believe, what are we at? 17 or something? 19. We're up to 19 advanced solar panels. Certainly good because I've been doing a lot of UU matter conversion with the matter generator, matter converter. Anyway, so that's certainly been good. I think when whoa, easy tiger. I think when I first started with you guys, I think last episode, I think I only had like 6 normal solar panels or whatever. So these things really put out way more juice, which is exactly what I need. And yeah, I could just watch this number go crazy all day. The good thing is with the advanced, they actually have their own storage in them. The normal solar panels did not have any storage. So this gives me a little more buffer room, which is great. And then aside from that, these are the 2 trees that give us that nice view that I had in the last snapshot, which is always nice. And over here, I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but there's a bit I wanted to cover. I'm starting to decorate the path a little bit better. I've added some blueberry bushes here to try to add a little feel, a couple of mushrooms. Then I built a water feature, and there's some more bush berries here as well. They'll grow up to 3 high, so I wanted to limit them, so I made this look like a bit of a shelf. I didn't want this to go absolutely crazy, so this is gonna blossom up and look pretty good. So it kind of, it's kind of normal stuff you'd see on a path. Chicken, chickens are normal, right? Right? Get out of here. Chickens! So then, yeah, this leads all the way right to the farms. Very simple, very straightforward, but I wanna clean it up, and by clean it up, I mean add some new stuff. This looks far too plain. This looks good, it looks direct, but I wouldn't mind to add maybe some vines or something. I'd like to connect some of these trees here. There's a lot that can be done here for the visual element, so a lot to do. Oh, we gonna have a baby? Oh, that's 2. Nope, no one got born, did. One of the things that's been weird with Feed the Beast is the probability of what happens when you kill someone and get loot or throw an egg. I do have luck on both of my force bits of armor. I did have a force helmet as well, but that broke a while ago. I threw an egg once and got 7 chickens out of it. I'm not kidding. I wish I was recording. I totally wasn't. I threw maybe 24 eggs, nothing happened, and then I threw 1 more egg, bam, 7 chickens. It was weird. Yeah. Weird. So anyhow, ME system as usual. Nothing new here. This is constantly filling. I've used 3 or 4 quarries now, so I'm sitting on full because I don't have a running quarry, which is fine. I don't need a quarry running all the time. But that does fuel my ME system, which is amazing ever since I got it started. I believe last time I only also had a 4K drive. I've now got 5 64K drives. Those hold far more quantity of items, but the same amount of unit types, or item types. So, aside from that, not much else has changed. I'm certainly trying to open this up quite a bit more. I want to give compartmentalization, like I said before, but I want everything to have its own space. This being probably the main hallway. Shoot this out maybe another, I don't know, 5, 6 chunks or something, and I want to make this really artistic. So that's really about the plan for us for this week. Aside from that, I guess I'm just going to get right back to work. But thanks for joining me, guys. Have any questions or comments, feel free to throw something in the comments for the video. I do reply, so feel free and let me know what's going on. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Working in the coal mine, working down, 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 working in the coal mine. Woo! About to do, 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 do.